I thought today, rather than writing a blog, because of time, I would actually do it via video. The special treat is you get to see me, and my hair looks pretty bad. It's had the helmet on all day long, and it needs some fresh gel. Though my hair looks bad, rest assured, I continue to rescue America from its dependency on oil by riding my scooter. I did want to, though, talk about an experience I had last week and how it brought a scripture passage alive in my life, and as well, it's a scripture passage that I thought about while I was in Uganda. It's recorded in John chapter 11. Jesus has been out teaching, and he receives word from Mary and Martha that his good friend Lazarus is sick. And Jesus responds that it's not going to end in death, and talks about how he's going to head back there, but actually waits 2 more days. And then as he is heading back, he's told that Lazarus has actually died. Jesus makes the kind of the calm statement that he hasn't really died, he's just fallen asleep, and he's going there to wake him. And when he arrives, Mary and Martha, of course, are there, and Jesus tells them that he is the resurrection and the life. And all this kind of seems that Jesus is a tad bit distant. It doesn't seem like he's emotionally moved at all by the pain of Mary and Martha, or even the pain of Lazarus. And as he comes up to the tomb, and he sees the mourners, and he sees the actual stone, maybe he's real close to all the activities that go on with the death, we see one scripture passage that Jesus gives where he says, Jesus wept. And it really is that scripture verse that I think has impacted me. I believe absolutely in the value in us giving our dollars, and I believe there's great value in entrusting what we have to give with others who are closely connected to what's happening, so that they can be good stewards of those resources. But I think what I don't want us to miss sometimes in our Christian experience is that experience of weeping. I think part of what we're called to do is to come up close, to smell, to see, to hear the sounds of death and destruction like Jesus did as he walked up to that tomb. And when I was out working this week, and Thursday night, something unexpected came up, and I found myself moving a single mom. And I'm just pondering what it means to be all by yourself and to have a pastor moving you, which, I'm sure it's great that a pastor would move her, but it also shares something about family and friends not being present. And so that sense of aloneness just impacted my heart, and I began to kind of empathize with what this single mom and her infant and her daughter might be feeling at this moment. And the same thing in Uganda. You can talk about orphans, and you can talk about people dying of AIDS, but when you walk into an orphanage and you see a little boy running around, and you're told that both his mom and his dad have died of AIDS, or you look up on a wall and you see picture after picture, and they tell you that the ones that have stars with them are the ones that have died, or you hear the story of the nurse who say much of what they give to these children in this hospice, this respite place, is really someone just to be with them, holding them, these infants, these babies, as they die. There's something that occurs in your heart. You kind of have that same experience of Jesus weeping as he came up to that tomb. Even though he knew he was going to raise Lazarus from the dead, even though he knew about eternity, as he thought about sin's destruction, sin's death, how it steals, kills, and destroys, it caused him to weep. I want to encourage you. Be careful about trying to keep too much distance between you and the hurt of the world. Be careful about building too high of walls. I think there's great value in you and I choosing to come up close, to smell, to hear, to touch, to be around what we call death or the effects of sin. I think it does our heart good. I think it helps us understand the mission that God has given us. Well, that's my thought for the day. You probably wish I would have written, again, I didn't even put my eye in for you. I left it out, so it looks terrible, and the hair looks terrible. And I'm getting ready for an elder meeting, so please pray for that. It's been a good day, but we have some very important decisions as an elder leadership team as we take some time to think about our future and continue to make plans and preparations for just really some exciting ministry that we believe God's bringing across our path. All right, until next time, God blessings to you.